SNAP is more than a government program, it's a lifeline for millions of Americans. It helps working families, seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities put food on the table. SNAP supplements food budgets, allowing recipients to buy essentials like bread, fruits, and vegetables. The benefits are distributed through EBT cards, supporting local grocery stores and farmers markets, and boosting local economies. During tough times, like job loss or medical emergencies, SNAP provides a crucial bridge, preventing families from having to choose between food and rent. For children, consistent nutrition from SNAP shapes their health, learning, and future opportunities. Tonight, SNAP faces a dire threat. A possible government shutdown could cut off benefits for 42 million Americans. This looming crisis has families across the nation on edge, wondering how they will make ends meet if their benefits are suddenly halted. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, is a lifeline for many, providing essential funds to purchase groceries and feed their families. The USDA warns that while October is covered, there's not enough funding for November if Congress doesn't act. This means that millions could face an uncertain future with no clear solution in sight. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated as the clock ticks down to a potential shutdown. Political gridlock in Washington has put millions in a precarious position, with SNAP caught in the crossfire. Lawmakers are deeply divided, and the lack of consensus is causing real harm to those who depend on these benefits. The debate rages on, but for many, the stakes are far too high to wait for a resolution. Without a budget deal, essential programs like SNAP could grind to a halt, leaving families without the means to buy groceries. The impact would be immediate and severe, with empty shelves and empty stomachs becoming a harsh reality for many. The USDA's contingency funds are nowhere near enough to cover a full month of benefits. This shortfall highlights the critical need for a swift and effective resolution from Congress. Government employees are also feeling the strain, as they work tirelessly to manage the limited resources available. For families relying on SNAP, the uncertainty is devastating. Will help arrive next month, or will they be left on their own? The anxiety and fear are palpable as parents struggle to reassure their children and plan for an uncertain future. The need for action is urgent, and the consequences of inaction are too dire to ignore. In response to mounting fiscal uncertainty, the USDA has taken the unprecedented step of ordering states to delay issuing November SNAP benefits. This decision, while intended to buy time for lawmakers and agencies to develop a backup plan, has immediate and far-reaching consequences for families across the country. For millions of Americans who rely on SNAP to put food on the table, this pause injects a new level of anxiety and confusion into their daily lives. Many families plan their budgets around the predictable arrival of these benefits, and any disruption can mean tough choices, like skipping meals, delaying bills, or seeking help from friends and neighbors. State agencies now find themselves in a difficult position, caught between following federal directives and responding to the urgent real-world needs of their residents. Employees are fielding calls from worried families, while officials scramble to interpret shifting guidance and prepare for every possible scenario. If the government shutdown drags on, the situation could worsen. Benefits may be reduced or delayed even further, forcing states to deliver heartbreaking news to families already living on the edge. Social workers and community advocates are bracing for a wave of distress calls. The ripple effects extend beyond households. Grocery stores in low-income neighborhoods, which depend on SNAP dollars, may see sales plummet. This threatens not only local jobs but also the stability of small businesses that serve as lifelines in their communities. Food banks and charities, already stretched thin, are preparing for a surge in demand they may not be able to meet. Volunteers are working overtime, but resources are limited and shelves are running low. This delay is more than just a bureaucratic step. It's the first visible sign of a much larger crisis unfolding, one that touches every corner of society and leaves millions wondering what tomorrow will bring. Behind the numbers are real families, like a single mother working 2 jobs, struggling to make ends meet, relying on SNAP to feed her kids. She juggles her responsibilities, hoping to provide a better future for her children. For her, losing benefits means choosing between groceries and the electricity bill. It's a constant battle of priorities. Seniors on fixed incomes depend on SNAP for healthy food to manage chronic conditions. They face tough choices too. Without it, their health is at risk. They often have to decide between buying medicine or food. Children are especially vulnerable. Hunger affects their ability to learn and grow. Malnutrition can have long-term impacts on their development. Teachers see the impact when students come to school hungry. It's hard to focus on lessons when your stomach is empty. While Congress debates, families are left wondering how they'll survive. The uncertainty is overwhelming. The shutdown is a political crisis, but for millions, the threat of hunger is painfully real. The stakes are incredibly high. For these families, the debate isn't just politics, it's about survival and the hope for a better tomorrow. The SNAP debate is about more than budgets, it's about our values as a nation. Ensuring no one goes hungry is a basic responsibility and a sign of a compassionate society. SNAP is also a powerful economic stimulus. Every dollar spent supports local businesses and jobs. Letting SNAP lapse would hurt families and local economies alike. Hunger leads to higher public health costs and social instability. Keeping SNAP funded isn't partisan, it's common sense and in the national interest. The stability of food assistance programs is a cornerstone of a just society, benefiting everyone.